Oh, hi folks, it's Marshall here. We have a guest today, and he's a YouTuber also. Some of you might know him as Barry, the man from the mist. He's come to check out the injectors on the bucket of bolts, as I like to refer it to, or a David Brown 996. So we'll get some video of that, and you'll say hello to you and who he is.
Good morning, YouTube viewers. As he says, Marshall says, I'm Barry from Man from the Mist. And on my channel, again, I'm doing a Davy Brown 990. I brought my injector pump up today. We're going to have a look at the injectors on this tractor to see if we can verify that the nozzles are good or whether they want changing out.
Barry, he's going to take the injectors out and we're going to test them. So I'll rephrase that, he's going to test them to see how poor they are. Right,
so we're just going to pop the injectors out the block first. I'm going to loosen the retaining studs, loosen off the pipe olive, and we'll pop the injector out, hopefully.
You want to see a socket wrench like that? There's all three sizes.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's good, that.
Pull that off, look. Quarter, half inch, 3/8.
That's a good one, I like that. I've seen the old type where you just push the middle through to change direction.
Yes.
You push the squares through.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I've seen them.
Have you got something to put these in so they're kept safe?
Get something for you. It'll be like Lord and Harvey, I would think today. Where did they come from, you really?
Zippy sandwich bags is good, you know. That's what I use. I use zippy sandwich bags. Right. Yeah. Nuts and washers in there.
I have access to, my friend sells a lot of Imperial stuff. I'll have to go and bottle these ones while you're doing that. What do you think of my subtitles?
They're nice, I like them. You got to type them in?
No, I use voice to speech.
Right.
AI.
Because
I mean, you've got to edit them in.
Yes.
It puts in words that you don't want in there.
Yeah, I've seen, as you say, where there's on other people's videos where there's loads, as you say, different words appear, different spellings of different words.
Yeah, well, you get that. I do go through it again and.
Right, that side will fit. So.
The injector should come out no problem. I've had them out in
that one's loose actually.
I had that one out the other day when I was trying to find top dead centre with an aluminium rod.
You got a torch? You got a torch handy?
Torch there, look.
Just have a look down that. Oh, so you can.
Oh, there'll be a copper washer. I'll just pull that out, man. Button the other side.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah, yeah, right. We'll just leave that down the hole.
This tractor sat for 2 years doing nothing beside the seaside. And it didn't do it any favours.
That would have helped it, wouldn't it?
It didn't do it any favours. So you can see by the tin work. I noticed you comment in my door that nobody else would have bothered, but it's coming.
No, actually, you know what it is? That looks a lot tidier than what it does on the video. It does, because
I'm still working.
I'm always amazed at what you can manage to do with the bits that you have. Like that door, most people would have just gone, I'll put it in a skip.
Oh no, I'll fix it.
Make a new one, or no, it's just...
The other door's here, it's better. It just needs the bottom sorted. And I've got to make a new lock for it.
So what are you going to do to get this out of here? You've got to take the car back off to get it out of here.
Yeah. I put that beam up there so I could get... You know how I got that beam up there?
That one. Yeah. So you
have a forklift for the back of this, or that. Reverse back, and I just put it up the forklift and shoved it right up there. And then bolted it in. Then
right.
Spent a day in my bed.
Because you've crippled yourself.
You know, I'll manage that.
Aye,
Oh,
yeah.
I won't. Oh, yes, you will. Right, what do we need?
We're going to take all these out, how are we?
Yeah, may as well. Oh yeah, hard days I just get in my bed.
Well, you've got to though, haven't you? You know, you have to realise your capabilities and do what you can, because sometimes if you just try and do too much, you just make things worse, don't you? You've literally just, as you say, you've got to do what you can do and be happy with it.
The one thing I've got now is I can always do it tomorrow.
Aye,
You know, there's no mad panic for things.
well, that's what I keep thinking, you know, it's like when I didn't get the dashboard wired yesterday, it's like, do you care? Because you've always got next week when you come back. And it's not that important. Here's another one for you, right. Do you know you've just getting your 1,000 subscribers?
Yes, I've just done that.
Are you done all your monetization thing?
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not doing it, are you not?
Now, a little tip for getting injectors out. Hit them sideways. And then put the claw of the hammer
That's
in.
it, that one's gone.
I usually put the claw of the hammer under it. And that's
Are you particular about putting these back in the right order, or are you not bothered?
It's a bucket of bolts. I don't care.
Well, aye, it is like, isn't it?
You can get the claw in and just
Have a look.
lift it.
You've not got a pinch bar.
At your feet.
Oh, they don't need it, man.
No, they've all been put before. There's one right beside you. You need one. I've seen some people with, you know, slide hammers and big
Aye, yeah.
chains trying to get the damn thing out.
Aye, oh, as you see, I've seen some of them in the past with chisels underneath them and all sorts trying to get them out.
No, I've had these out already. I've noticed if you just give them a tap sideways, it breaks.
Just it breaks off any of the seal that's in there.
There you go.
I'm just checking to make sure the washers haven't come with them.
I've got plenty of washers.
Right,
Right, we'll go
so
over here.
that will go across to the bench.
Fill this over here.
Pipe, what do I do with my pipe? I'll put my pipe, that's there.
Get this in a good place. What are you after?
Spanner for that. That's the very one. That's exactly what I was looking for. An imperial adjustable.
This GoPro, it's like a heater.
They do get hot, don't they?
Not terrible.
As I say, mine, sometimes mine run for a matter of minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes, and then they'll go out on overheat.
There's what model is it you've got?
The 5 and I've got a 7, and it's a 7 with a broken speaker.
I'm just checking this is on video and not taking pictures.
I've done that before.
Right, I'm on both
Set
cameras.
everything up, get your job done, get cleared away, you put it onto the computer and you've had it on speed burst or something, or time lapse. Right,
Right, we're doing both cameras.
both
So
cameras.
if you want to tell them what you're
Right.
doing.
So we've got set up here, we've got the 4 injectors out of the tractor. We're going to set them up on the end of the pipe like this. You close the valve which allows the pressure to reach the gauge, and I know that sounds daft, but you do that till you clear the line of air. And we're going to give it some couple of rapid pumps, get the diesel coming through here, then we open up the valve. Oh, was this what, catching pan?
Yes.
Then we'll open up the valve here, which gives us a pressure read, and we'll see here, we'll see if these are atomising properly, or whether they're just dribbling, and we'll see what pressure they're coming
I'm
off.
pretty sure I know the answer to this one.
I think I know what we're going to find as well. Right. That's...
We'll get some close-up shots.
You know what, that's not that bad, that one, right. So,
We'll get a close-up of it.
go on, you want to jump in there?
That looks quite good, isn't it? It's
I can
coming out in
see-
4 jets.
I can see 4 jets,
So it was supposed to be.
and that's coming off at about 2.3. You got the gauge there?
Yeah. 2.3.
About 2.3.
2.6, 7 in the book, isn't it? Something like that.
Mine was 2.7 something, but mine had new springs and everything in. And I reckon that if you're putting new springs in, you do set them higher to allow for the springs to seat in and settle themselves down.
It's round about 2.6 or something. I can look it up and I'll put it on the screen. You might want to pause the video here if you want to read all the technical stuff about setting the injectors. I'm now going to show you some footage from the Sony vintage camcorder 6.1 megapixel. What do you need?
I'm just trying to see.
What it kicks off at?
Aye, but what I'm doing, I'm pumping the pressure up in here to see if this starts to dribble, because if it's going to dribble, it'll start dribbling normally at about 1,500. That's 1.5 there, and there's nothing. It's not dribbling, it's not leaking.
Maybe
You seem to be alright, you know.
Why does it smoke so much then?
If you would do that with mine, that would be a constant dribble of diesel coming out of the bottom of there now. Right. And then what I want to do is like just, because this should be atomised and not 4 jets.
So 4 jets is wrong.
4 jets, 4 sprays is wrong. What you should have is 4 sets of mist.
Yeah.
And if you've got like 4 solid jets of diesel coming out, that's wrong as well.
That's why it's smoky then.
Because
When you
that's,
start it.
yeah, because it's, that's not bad actually.
And each time you're just hitting 2,000 now, just over. Should kick off just, that's 2.3, 2.4.
But that is atomising. It's not, you're not getting 4 very thin jets of liquid. You're getting sprays.
What we might do is
Increasing the pressure.
we'll put some of that black tape around the ones that have got the jets. I'll know.
This?
Yeah, got that first one you did.
Right.
We'll know it's.
So that one, I would think.
You want to try that into a thing to see where it kicks off?
This allows us off it. 2.3, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, is that the second one or the first one?
No, it's the first one. That's 2.3. Yeah, that's going to 2.3. What you can also do is you can get up to 2,000 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 seconds to drop back from 2,000 to 1,000. That's your leak off test. Anywhere between, I think it's 6 and 30 is good. Obviously the longer it takes the better. So that's not bad, 17 seconds and then look at it is slowing down then it.
And less pressure.
But that's not that bad then.
Serviceable. We just put a bit of tape on that one.
Certainly run, wouldn't it? See there?
Oh, it does run, but it smokes like a.
Smells like a trooper.
It's like Capstan full strength. for those who remember what that is.
Or what was the other one? What's my granddad used to smoke all the time?
They were
Woodbines.
They were like 90% tar or something.
Aye,
like
Woodbines.
we're just putting that tape on so we know which ones we've
So we
done.
can identify them later. When you're releasing the nuts, do it slowly, because don't forget this is still probably about 750 at the time pressure.
That's 750 psi.
Aye, yeah. Bananas.
Curtis. You know this, everybody watches Curtis. Even
Curtis.
professionals watch Curtis.
I think he's brilliant for a lad that's self-taught, that's done no formal apprenticeship. I think he's absolutely amazing.
He did work in a place.
He's worked in that line of work all of his life.
Yeah.
So he's basically learned as he's got like off of that tradesman with him.
I started watching him because I liked the dog. I kind of stuck. Well, you might see George later on.
Now, I think as well, do you not think Curtis's wife, Karen,
Yeah,
is an engineer as well?
possibly, yeah.
Because if you notice, she instinctively puts the camera exactly where you want to look. I'm sitting watching it, right? And he's doing a turning operation, and I'm thinking, I want to look up that bore, and then Karen just moves the camera, puts it up the bore, and it's like, I bet she has to be an engineer.
There's quite a lot of the things at the end he shows, you know, the food.
The cock-ups.
Yeah.
I'm saving all mine for Christmas.
I saw your swearing episode and I thought, oh, no, that's... No.
I've got a,
I try and not swear.
I've got a Christmas special coming out.
It's, well, Midsummer's Day is coming up shortly.
I get annoyed with politicians, and I've got to really shut up when I'm thinking about politicians.
Oh, there's a guy I found.
Where's my bottle?
There's a guy I found. He's a Glaswegian, and he's on about SMP and everything. Craig, he calls it his 15-minute yacht. I think that's been that one, is it?
What's that? Let's have a look.
Oh no.
That's 2,000. 2.3. 2.5.
Is it jets or is it mist?
That's
jets.
If you look at that, that's actually producing 4 or 3 straight runs of diesel. That one's not atomising till you put it under a lot of pressure. See that? And there's only 3 of them, isn't there?
Come in close.
Right?
I hope there's not one pointing this way.
We'll just do it very gently.
It's 2, 3 there.
There, and you can see that's not atom, then it's dribbling.
Yeah. So that needs sorting.
So that needs a tip in it.
And then you have to reset it, of course, when you put the tips in.
Yeah, as you see, when we put a tip in, we'll reset the pressure.
Oh, I'll just let my viewers see my new camera. Look, here's my new Sony 1080p with a tape in it. Don't make cameras like that now. Well, they do, but they're like £8,000.
Aye, proper money.
If you plug there's HDMI out of this thing, you put it straight into TV, you get a really good picture.
Right, close the valve again. A couple of rapid pumps to blow the air out of it. I think that one's going to be 4 jets and all. Helps them see the pressure, doesn't it?
They're all going off about 2-3, aren't
They are. They're all, this here, 2,250, 2,300. They're all very similar in terms of pressure. And that one's dribbling as well there.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it is. It's 1.5. And it 2.
That was a bit of miss.
That's atomising, like.
Right, tell you what, we'll put that into number 1.
Okay.
Because the lead cylinder.
You see. So, what's the life of bleed off?
You just explain about bleed off to the...
Bleed off's where we
come up
we'll
here.
pump it up. We'll pump it up to 2,000 up to there. And then we'll release it And we'll see how long it takes to drop back to 1,000.
Quite quick, that one.
So that one's quite quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. Do it again. Drop straight away to 1.5, didn't it?
So the new nozzle cure that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put 9 seconds back to 1,000. Yes, because the needle in the nozzle is not worn, and bleed off is when the diesel is escaping past the needle up through the nozzle and back out to the leak off at the top. So a new nozzle will help with it.
Yeah, that's why it's got the leak off pipes, isn't it?
Yeah, got to collect the excess fuel and return it to the tank.
I've actually got another set of injectors
Have you?
for a fortune if you want to see what they're doing.
Right, so that one's the one that's going into number 1 cylinder.
Right.
I'll put that there. Okay, that's the one we've tested and is good.
So if we go 1, 2,
1, 2,
and then 3 and 4, and we'll know. We may find another good one. You never know. Just keep an eye on the battery in this thing, because sometimes it dies at 46% and sometimes it dies at 2%.
Right. As I say, mate, they are well known for overheating, because with them being action cameras, they're supposed to have airflow across them to keep them cool.
Oh, that's easy. Start that thing. The wind that comes off the fan and that thing is. So what we're doing? We're doing this is just getting the air out.
It is. I hope that muck was in there before we started,
Well, it was a clean juice bottle.
because that's looking a bit grotty, isn't it?
Well, match the rest of the tractor. Barry here's from the north of England, so that's why he's got
Got a funny voice.
a slightly different accent to mine.
2-2,
Nothing.
and that's. And I would, if you look at that tip there, this might help the. If you watch the tip. I would say that's putting 4 straight jets out. Look,
Yeah.
I would think that's putting 4 straight jets of fuel out.
So that's in the should be repaired
So that's the
category.
one that needs sorting.
Well, if you put some tape around the nozzle, we'll know that. I'll probably just do all 4, I would think.
Aye, because it's pointless doing a leak off on that, because it needs a nozzle anyway. Right, put that one there. Do you have a local diesel injector shop here?
Yes, the boy that does my cylinder heads and that, he's about an hour's drive. Up in Elgin. He's
So
pretty
he
good.
might be able to get you the
Oh, well,
tips.
well, he'll do them for me. I'll just take them up and
All
get
right.
on them. He's pretty reasonable. To get the major head, that second-hand piece of rubbish I bought, he put in 2 new valve seats and skimmed the head, 139 quid. With
That's
that.
good, that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I got the head skimmed, the valve seat recut, because I took it into the shop to say to the lad, just replace all the valve seats. And he looked and said, I think we can save them just by cutting them actually.
Well,
So he cut them, and that was 120 quid just for a skim and a tidy up under the seats.
the seats in the major are part of the casting of the head.
Ah, okay, so
They're
they're not
not-
replaceable.
Well, no, you can cut them out, and
Yes, and put inserts in.
because I got overzealous with the Bridgeport, he had to. That's 4 jets again, isn't it? That's jets.
That looks like straight jets, that.
What's that one popping? They're all around about the 2.3 of them.
2.4, that's coming off a 2.4. And that's definitely 3 jets. That's a 4th spray coming off the back, but that's 3 jets coming out of the front. Yeah. Now, you might be able to get away with them. Somebody might take them to bits and cleaning them,
Or
replacing the tips.
Or putting automatic transmission fluid in the fuel.
To be honest with you, well, I've never tried that. So
Oh, the man at Diesel Creek swears by it.
Right?
He puts in litres of the stuff.
Matt.
No, that's not his name. Is it
Diesel
Matt?
Creek.
Yeah.
Aye, Matt.
Do you know how he got his name?
Aye, because he filled
spelled-
the creek full of diesel.
He got into trouble. I was watching one today and he said, well, that's how I got my name.
Yeah. I remember. What we could try and do is remove a nozzle,
Yeah.
pull the pin out, give it a good clean aside, reassemble it and see what it does.
Now, they say to do that under fuel and not in the air.
It doesn't matter. No, the purists amongst you can do that, right? But to be honest with you,
Well,
right,
we
it's
can
not
do
going to make a blind bit of difference.
No, not to this.
So, do you want to try that? Do you want to
Yeah, we
crack the
can
top
do.
open?
Aye. Is that the 4 of them done?
That's the 4 of them tested. We've got 1 good one, 1 questionable.
Well, we can easily take
2
one
with
of
the
this and see
spray.
if it improves it.
Well, this is the one that's got 1 misty and 3 jets.
And,
So we can pop this off,
yeah.
pull the pin out, have a look at it. Put it back on the test rig, see what it looks like. If it hasn't improved it,
We've not lost anything.
then it's a nozzle. As you say, you haven't lost anything, have you?
No.
So,
Yeah. I'm just the cameraman today. While you're doing that, I'll magically appear with one item I'm going to give you to take home and some.
that there for time being.
I don't know if you'll have a pipe for these. That's the only thing. These came with that head I bought. That's.
Right?
Don't know if you've any to fit that. Have you?
I'll sure give them a whiz. We'll see. As long as I've got 2 pipes for that pump, 2 different sized pumps for the injector. So we'll
No.
try that.
I'll get this on camera because I want to give you this. Now this is a present for Barry because I saw him with his drill stand and it was doing this. And I thought, I've just got the very thing. Now, you'll have a job getting peanuts for that.
Right?
So I made you some
Thank you very much.
imperial bolts.
Uh-huh.
I thought, I'll leave him one and you can cut them.
Just
whatever.
slice them up.
That's
That's
for you to
brilliant.
take home. And I can't remember, you had the little vice and you were trying
Aye.
to drill a hole and it's going like this.
Yeah. Just tend to wonder that little device.
And it's got movement that way and that way, both axes.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's very kind of you.
It's sitting in the drawer doing nothing, so I
Aye.
thought, well, you could, it's ways it done like.
I bet it does. That's it. It does, doesn't it? God, it does.
I got it when I bought that one, but I don't use it.
That's bloody lovely. That. Thank you very much.
Now this,
I will pop it on your Bridgeport or something.
I'll put it in front of the glass. See that? You notice anything different about the metal? It's 150-year-old iron.
Is it?
It's not steel, it's iron.
Wondering, what did that come off then?
Oh, it's from out there, Mel.
Just a piece
Just
lying
found
off
it.
the old mill.
Yeah, it's like that bit of cast out there, look.
Aye.
I'm pretty sure you can make use of that.
Absolutely positive
Plus,
I can.
you can turn that.
Yeah.
It will give you 4 axes. That's giving you 3 different axes.
Aye.
You bolt your little vice on here. Only thing, it's going to restrict your height. But
Well, most of my stuff is fairly close work anyway with little drills, isn't it?
That one.
Aye.
I'll shove it in the back of the motor.
Right. Thank you very much. It's going to spin into the vise.
Just a suggestion.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because that's maybe that's how it got oval and all. Big adjustable.
I was going to get a still thing.
I
I was going
the other way, when you grip it on there, you don't get anywhere near them threads. No.
You know a really easy way to do this, boy? Bring your spanner.
Which one? The adjustable?
No, the inch one.
The inch. Ah, put it back in the tractor. Sure? You sure so we're going to twist these studs?
Oh, don't worry about them, they've been replaced already. Give it love, as you say.
Right.
You happy now that I come up with that?
That was a brilliant suggestion. Brilliant.
That's another fine mess you've got to me into, Stanley.
You know what, I should have thought of that. You know why?
Because you did it yourself.
No, because Lance, Bundy Bear, he picked up one of their pumps from this old fella, and he had his mounted on a tin box that he had made with two studs sticking up like that and a hole drilled.
Oh,
so you pop it through into the tin box and you do exactly that.
Not just a pretty face, you know.
But there. Right, so you take the cap off before you release the bottom.
I'll come in close.
So we need to take the cap off before we release the bottom, because the cap and the internals put the spring pressure onto the nozzle.
Let's show the next one. On here.
Right. Jug.
So there's a spring in there, a wee plunger.
That's your plunger. And that plunger pushes down on the pin that's inside the nozzle.
I can see you're enjoying yourself here today, but on your holiday,
On my holidays.
busman's holiday.
On my holidays in Bonnie, Scotland. Put them there before we lose. I'll get them covered in mank.
Barry here's going to try out haggis for the first time.
For the first time in my life.
As soon as I switch it to record, it stops charging.
Are you right?
This one's still on.
Okay, so let's see if we can...
Zoom in a bit.
So-
This has got a zoom. Let's zoom in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's all sorts of stuff.
So we drilled a bit of nylon to fit over the shoulders here, so we can grip it in the vise, so hopefully we can get this tip loosened.
My battery's now down to 270 minutes.
Good.
You want a longer spanner?
Aye.
A bit of pipe to
Bit
go
of
with
pipe, a cheater.
something.
Hello.
It was big enough.
Watch out.
I'll just move this camera back a bit.
This is destroyed.
Gee, that's tight.
That is tight. That's ridiculously tight, that.
We don't have to take it to bits.
Wait a minute, where's your... What are we doing with your big adjustable? Where did we put it?
You had it.
Not there. Where did I put it? No. Mine just comes straight off with the spanner. I just tapped them with the spanner. Where have I put your big adjust? There it is, man.
Oh, you had it over here maybe. I thought it was just me that did that.
No.
I won't be able to get 1080p because the way I've got to take it off the camera, but I should get something. I suppose it would help if I was actually looking at what you were doing. That's putting some force on
Jesus,
that.
that was tight. I don't know why there was no need for that. Right.
What Barry's doing here is he's taking the ends off to see if we can clean them up a bit and get a better spray pattern. Got a bit of muck in it as well.
Dirt, just dirty diesel and that in it. Right, so.
Did you like my solution to my leaking diesel tank?
Yeah, that was. With that, with where you lined it with lead, wasn't it? Aye. As I say, you'll not be beat, will you? Like most people would have gone away and bought a replacement tank.
But you can't get them. I was looking for a new one and nobody's got them.
Well, I phoned up a lot of people for parts, and they don't want to sell you the parts. They want to sell you the complete unit because they don't want to sell you parts.
Clean stuff. Little WD here.
Yeah, right, so I think these are the same nozzles as mine, are they, actually? So we've got a part number B Bravo Delta Lima Lima 140 Sierra 6592, made in England.
And the new ones will be made in India.
Italy, mine's got on.
Italy, is it?
Aye, made in Italy.
A lot of stuff made in India now for tractors.
Aye, and do you know what it is? The quality's good.
If you come across hydraulic hands on
Yeah.
YouTube, I think they're in Pakistan, but I mean they go and repair things everybody else would throw out,
Aye, yeah.
and it's just a normal day to day for them.
I would rather buy Indian produced stuff as buy Chinese. Chinese are producing rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Well, the Chinese are getting rid of other labourers and going on to machines, robots.
Buy British where you can, or buy European if you can't, or the third option is buy Indian. Right, have we got any brake cleaner, Marshall? Because that's the little pin.
I can give you brake fluid, which will do the same job.
Now remind me on that I put
Don't
that
drop
needle
that.
on there, okay?
Don't drop that. Now, brake fluid is as good as brake fluid cleaner. Because in the old days, when you repaired seals in your brake pistons, you cleaned them in brake fluid to put them together.
Right. I thought that was a blackbird coming in your shed there. I was going to say, Betty's following us.
Yeah, I was looking to see if George was in the go, my pheasant. He did his harem down here one day, there was about 20 of them.
Right.
You wonder, you know, the tractors we muck about were 50 to 70 years old. The tractors that are made now, how are you going to get parts from them in 50 to 70 years' time?
They'll not even be here in 20 years' time. The
They're
new
full of
modern
computers.
tractors will not be here.
They're full of computers.
Yeah.
There's
And that's
nothing-
why they'll not be here.
And they've got not a lot in their gearboxes, I don't think. They're torque now, aren't they?
Have you seen channel ZK Tech? He's an American guy,
No.
and he's a John Deere fitter.
Uh-huh.
Works for
Oh, I think
Slane or somebody.
I think I have seen him a couple of times.
I've watched his channel a few times, right?
There's a woman farmer in America, she sometimes does videos.
But he pulls John Deere gearboxes to bits, and you would not believe the complexity of them gearboxes. They are like the new ones, the big ones. They are unreal.
That's probably why the big farmers get rid of them before the warranties run out.
Yeah. I've seen him on one of his videos. He jumped in his van and he goes, right, we're going out to see this
I think I have
this
seen him a couple of
tractor.
times.
He'd give you the number of it. It was a big one of these quad track tractors.
Mhm.
He says it's 11 hours old and the gearbox is gone.
Oh, jeez.
He says the paint isn't even dry on it yet.
That's a warranty job.
As you say, that's probably why they continually buy new tractors, because of the cost of the repairs, and they get them done on warranties.
Isn't it great? The really old camera's working great, and the
Typical, isn't it?
year-old GoPro's going up in smoke as usual.
Right, it's typical.
How many folk have you heard on YouTube saying the GoPro's died again?
I think I see it on every single video. Obviously the fuel's had some water in at some point,
Well, that's highly possible.
because you can see there's a lot of corrosion, especially around the top there.
That's probably why it was so difficult to get apart.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of water seepage.
But look, we'll put it back together. You see we've got nothing to lose now. In the body we've got 2 dowels and a fuel delivery hole. And in the pin and in the nozzle there's the same pattern, because they'll only go together one way. Like that. It won't go together any other place but the right way. Okay.
And then is the caps over that, is it?
So then we've got the cap.
So it
Right.
doesn't screw all the way up though, does it?
No, it just compresses onto the top of there. So as you see, it doesn't actually screw all the way up. Now just pop it back together. And we'll use our
It's,
3/4
you know,
spanner.
everything being tight to take apart is like everything else in that David Brown.
Aye. So we've got the end of the little plunger pin that fits on the end of that nozzle, the pin in the nozzle which applies the pressure. What I'm going to do with that, I'm going to pour some brake fluid actually down there.
So we're now on to the second tape.
Right, can we see it there?
Yep.
So what we've done, we've poured some brake fluid into the injector body. I'm going to blow that through the bottom of the nozzle first, just to make sure everything's cleaned out.
Do you want airline?
No, I think we'll just use that. Pour a load of fuel behind it and push it all out with fuel. And then we've got our cap with our spring. And I don't know if you can see, but in the bottom of that cap there is a set of you got it? Careful, because there's a set of shims in there, and there's a hard seat that rubs on.
And the shims will be adjusted.
Yeah, the shims will be to adjust the pressure.
What I'll do is I'll put it up to the engineering place and get them to do it. Okay, it might cost me a bit, but you know it's right.
But they've got the selection of shims as well, haven't they?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like we don't have a selection of shims where you can keep adjusting this.
No, I punch holes and feel like
They might actually put new springs as well in for you.
Yeah, they'll be right when you come back. I think it would stop the smoke quite a lot.
Yeah.
Mind you, what you're doing might help.
It can't do any harm, can it? When you think of it.
Can't make it any worse.
Right.
Okay, so just a bit of catch up what's happened. Barry took the injector to bits and we cleaned out all the detritus that was in it, so we're going to retest it and see if it's improved it.
So as Marshall says, put it all back together, we've filled the body with brake fluid, and we're now going to push all that out using clean diesel, see if it's improved the spray from the nozzle, see if it's helped at all. So we've got the valve closed on the gauge, pump all the air out of it again.
You may wonder why we were using brake fluid. That's good, that's what we had. Still coming out in 4.
Right, now let's open the valve so we can get a pressure reading here.
That's dribbling.
That's dribbling at about 2, and that's 4
jets. So
4 simple sprays there. Yes, that's 4 simple sprays. We seem to wash the muck out of it. and it does atomize if you give it a sharp push.
That's the injector sparking, but it's still a bit smoky. They've all been serviced. Still a so-and-so to start as well, sometimes. That's running in full throttle. 2,000 RPM. Sounding okay, that's it back to idle. It'll rev up okay and it'll come up and down, no bother. Just a bit smoky. Probably stuck piston rings.